our baby girl. I almost said her name. Hey everyone, this is my 35-week pregnancy update, and I'm getting really close to 40 weeks now, which feels so unreal, but it is real. And I'm a little out of breath. That's been a new symptom lately, and I especially notice it when I sing my son a lullaby before he goes to bed. I really have to take a deep breath after every sentence that I sing, or after every little piece of the song. I take a deep breath. And other than that, I'm very tired, and I do have to take a lot of naps. And I'm really grateful that my son takes naps too every afternoon, so that works out pretty well. My weight is now 72.5, I believe, and I can't remember what it was last time, but I'm sure I gained a little bit, not very much. And other symptoms at the moment are that I have sore hips sometimes, like when I lay in my bed all night. Sometimes my hips hurt, and during the day my belly feels very heavy. Last week I think I went to this outdoor playground with Victor and with a friend of mine and her son, and it was a very hot day and I had to chase Victor all the time, and that was just very tough. So in that way I'm looking forward to having my body back and feeling better again. But I will try to enjoy these last few weeks of pregnancy. We do have a maternity photo shoot soon, so that's exciting. And I don't know if I mentioned this in a previous video, but I finally bought a double stroller, and you can use it as a single stroller too, so that's what I'm doing now until baby is born, and I absolutely love it. It's the UPPAbaby Vista, and it's just great. It's wonderful, and I'm really enjoying every time I go outside with Victor in that stroller, because it just rides very smoothly and is so convenient, like when you want to turn this toddler seats, like all those things are so easy, and it has a good brake, and it's just a design that they obviously thought very well of. So really happy that we have that now. I had some blood work done. They were testing for iron and vitamin D, and both levels were good, especially about the vitamin D. I was surprised. It wasn't extremely high, but it was just a good number, and my vitamin D has been very low in the past, so now that I'm pregnant and still breastfeeding, not very much, but I am still breastfeeding, it is okay. So I'm really glad about it, and it probably helped that I took supplements. I have this multivitamin that contains vitamin D, and I also have vitamin D drops, and I'm outside a lot because Victor wants to go outside all the time. And when he wakes up in the morning, he sometimes picks up his shoes, or he just climbs in the stroller, like he wants to say, I'm ready, let's go outside. Now about the breastfeeding, I'm still breastfeeding, but a little bit less, so I think once every day or once every other day. And Victor asks for it more often, but I'm a little worried I don't have enough nutrients for the three of us. You know, my body, Victor, and the baby. I don't know if that is a concern I should have, but yeah, it just concerns me, so I don't nurse him as often. I did have a few midwives appointments in the last weeks. I'm going there every 2 weeks now, and every time everything is alright, so that is great. And we talked about my birth plan, and I don't have a really elaborate birth plan this time. The only thing I really want is that right after the birth, so I don't know if you can technically say that's birth plan material, but after the birth I really want the midwife to check if baby doesn't have a tongue or lip tie, which Victor had. He had a tongue tie, which made the breastfeeding really hard, and there were other factors that made the breastfeeding hard, but that was one of them. And I don't want to get into the same situation as we were with Victor. So the midwife will check that. They don't check it in the hospital for some reason. They don't seem to have that skill. Midwives have to do that. And 2 out of the 4 midwives in the midwives team that I am with know how to check for lip tie or cut it. So we'll see if one of them is at the labor and delivery, and if if not, they can visit us within like 24 hours, so it will be fine. Baby girl is moving a lot, and sometimes she gives me those really painful kicks, but I'm happy that she does, because it's always really reassuring when I feel her move. And my husband talks to her a lot, and I talk about her to Victor, but he doesn't really understand it yet. Sometimes he gives my belly a kiss, but I don't think he really understands that's a baby in there. You know, even for me, it's hard to imagine that there's a little tiny human being in my belly. So I still want to go to the library with him to see if there are some books about when you get a baby sister. We'll see if I can find something. I think that will be helpful. I did experience some leg cramps a few times, but I ran out of magnesium. I take magnesium foot baths, and I think ever since I take the baths again, it's been a lot better. And I also do sleep very well. I think it's also due to the magnesium. I'm not sure, but I think so. And then a lot of people ask me if I'm ready for the baby. And I think mentally I'm ready. But when it comes to baby's clothes and everything, my mom washed a lot, but I still have to wash a few items. I cleared out the drawer in the changing table, because Victor and our baby girl, I almost said her name, are going to share the changing table. So I cleared out a drawer, and I think, yeah, there are a few things that we need to purchase. Like it's called a sleepy head. It's like a little baby nest, I guess. And it's supposed to help baby sleep very comfortably and snug. So I hope that works. I'm going to try a lot of things, because Victor wasn't a very good sleeper, and that was pretty tough. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try these Swaddle Me sleeping bags, and I'm also trying to find a baby bed that you can attach to the ceiling, and it like goes up and down and it swings. So yeah, I'm going to try a lot of things that hopefully will help to sleep, will help her sleep good. But you know, every child is different. Maybe she is a great sleeper anyways, or maybe my children aren't great sleepers. We'll see. And then one of you asked if I already had my baby shower, or if they were not as popular in Europe. And they are popular in Europe, but I didn't have a baby shower so far. Now I am thinking one of my friends is throwing me something, and I don't know how this is in your country, but in the Netherlands, baby showers are usually surprise parties, so I'm not supposed to know anything about it. But I am thinking something is coming in a few weeks. But we'll see if I'm right or not. And I guess that was all that I wanted to share today. If you have questions, or you would just like to chat in the comments, please do leave me a comment. I really like that. And then I will see you in my next video.